2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place.
And when I look at the Lakers, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
Abundantly clear. I mean, they can compete with any team in the league, and I think they still have some upside, room for improvement.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Howard is out there with Anthony Davis, and it's Rondo in at the point guard. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the 1 spot. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the...
Hey! Ooh, wow. It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
And now let's send it over to our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Jim Boylan.
Well, Kevin, look, he thinks their long-range shooting can make all the difference, not taking anything away from the defense they're going up against. But he did say he'd be surprised if his guys didn't shoot a high percentage from outside. Pretty confident coach, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You know, hard to create spacing without the threes.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Levine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Levine trying to free himself up. Markkanen can't get it to go.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Offensive rebound, Davis. And yes, it's good.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
White drives in, and it's sent back by Howard. And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball.
Mercy, mercy me.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters. And many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Young's checked in for Wendell Carter. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Satoransky's checked in for Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. 2 on the clock. And the Bulls with another miss. And here's the Lakers. It's been 10 unanswered points. Out left to the wing. Here's Davis. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
50 seconds left in the first quarter. Dunn looking over the floor. Inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Caruso, the pass to Davis. Here's Here's Caruso. Dunn covering. Carries it from three-point range.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here's Caruso. Over to the left wing. Knocked away. Passes it to Kuzma. Now Davis. With 1 on the clock.
Thaddeus Young, a terrific athlete with a long wingspan, and that helps him do a nice job contesting shots.
And so the first quarter is it. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Bradley. And it's Caruso in at the point. Just a minute ago, you and I were talking about the challenges these players face early on in a new season.
Yeah, you know, timing is usually not quite 100%. Chemistry continues to be something you're trying to work out. Usually you're pretty healthy in the early part of the season, but as the season goes on now, you've got familiarity and comfort with each other, but sometimes the injuries pile up.
And Clark establishing those routines you'll use throughout the regular year, correct?
That's important because it is a long season, as you well know.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Chicago Bulls continue to be a team in rebuild mode. They traded for Otto Porter at the deadline last season, and that seemed like a turning point. It lessened the logjam in the front court, and his versatile game fit well with some of the young players. Now that they've added rookie Kobe White with other moves this summer, fans are eager to see this young team take the next step. Kevin?
And David, they've got some pieces too. Thank you. Chicago calls timeout. A go-to scorer's mentality for Kyle Kuzma. Clark, he's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Porter comes in for Denzel Valentine. Zach LaVine's checked in for Satoransky. And it's White in for Dunn. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shoots the three. The shot will not fall. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Porter.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by White. And it's sent back by Howard. Lakers leading by 11. Here's LeBron. Porter pulls it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
LaVine kicks to White. He dishes it to Porter. Puts up a three. The shot, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game.
Well, you know, last season, perhaps the most disappointing of LeBron James's career. I mean, he hadn't missed the playoffs since 2005. And amazingly, this is the one that gets me, had not missed the finals since 2010.
Super 2.
And the first one drops. And after shutting it down early, this was the longest offseason of LeBron's career.
Yeah, and a chance for him, guys, perhaps to recover from years of deep playoff runs. I know he wouldn't want it that way, but he'll take advantage of the fact that he didn't have to wear his body out as much as he has in the past. And criticized and counted out, you knew he'd be motivated to come back strong.
Now here's Levine. Got a piece of it.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Kuzma with it. Guarded by Levine. Kuzma inside. Over Levine. And that one hits back iron. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Porter against James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And he makes both free throws.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Dunn passes to Markkanen. Shoots a fader. And he makes that one. Markkanen's got his first bucket in this one.
And Markkanen is a low down inside close to the bucket. When he's got nice positioning, he's really comfortable inside.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. Levine can't hit.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Lakers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Satoransky's checked in for the Bulls. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Caruso's checked in. And the free throw good from Howard.
And when you think of Howard, defense and rebounding immediately comes to mind. I mean, he knows his role and plays it pretty well.
Chicago calls timeout. And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Here's Davis after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Good on the bucket. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Bulls trailed by 21. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Another shot. Markkanen, good. Markkanen's got his second basket.
Yeah, Markkanen doing a nice job crashing the glass there, Kevin, at 7 feet tall. This guy making good use of his size on that possession.
Now here's Davis. 8 points for him. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
And they double up Davis. And here's Green outside. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Pass to Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in. Caruso's got 5 now.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
White against Rondo. White down low, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. And White has worked hard on his playmaking abilities.
And both free throws good for White. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Shoots over White. Off target from the wing. And so it's Los Angeles, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for the Lakers right now, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Inside we've got Kuzma and McGee, and it's Cook in at the 1. Now here's LeBron, the baseline J. Here's McGee, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. McGee's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Lakers. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Here's Caldwell Pope Chris Dunn making his last shot. In transition, here come the Bulls. Dunn's running. They get it back. Young. And a good offensive board. He gets the bucket.
You know, those are the plays where you really see Young's quickness off the floor. He's got a great, quick second jump, which leads to second chance scores.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Quinn Cook. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said, this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
From deep, Green, good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his third assist on the night. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's an 18-point game. With some arc. Excellent D that time there from McGee. The Lakers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Rondo, good.
And how about the focus there from Rondo? Doesn't let the D get to him, able to complete that play through contact.
Levine with it. Bulls moving the ball around. Up top, Markkanen. Guarded by McGee. Markkanen dishes to Dunn. Pass to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. From about 16. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
From deep, Green kept alive. The pass to Rondo.
Hey, get LeBron, get LeBron.
On the wing, James. And the dunk by LeBron.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy who carried the load offensively.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So for the Bulls, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Young. Porter comes in for Denzel Valentine. And it's White in for Dunn. There's 48 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Carter down low. McGee's there. Outside, White. He kicks to Levine. Outside, Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock. Not going to go that time. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Markkanen. Daniels from outside. Markkanen pulls it in. Here's Levine. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
Now that was a sweet move. I mean, lightning handles, yet completely under control and within himself.
Here's James. Misses. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll